If you are someone who is fed up with your own screen time and doom scrolling, and you have tried out every technique out there, still you feel hooked on to your screens, then this video is for you. Now, genuinely, most of the screen time advices fail within the first 2 to 3 days. And the reason is because most of the time people focus on the symptoms, not the root cause and not the mechanism of what is making this happen. So all the app settings, all the timers, all the switch off the notification, and also just the advice of use your willpower is not going to help, because it helps for one day, you are absolutely out there, and the next day itself you're back to square one. And once again, it is not because you lack discipline, it is simply because people focus on the symptoms instead of the root cause. Now, why these things does not work, why these kind of advices does not work is, let's take the example of turn off notifications, right? Or turn on the screen time limits. You set that limit on your phone. So what happens is, after it is done, when the notification comes or the limit is reached, you simply switch it off and you continue doing the same thing. So it's not helping you. Now, deleting certain apps which makes you hooked onto it, again, when you delete it, maybe after 1 or 2 days, you again reinstall it. So basically, it's not going anywhere. Another thing is the advice of just having enough willpower. Yes, it helps to a great extent, but let's say you are doing it first day, you have done, second day by afternoon you feel like, okay, let me just try it for 1 or 2 time and 1 or 2 minutes, and then I'll get back to my routine. So that 1 or 2 minute breaks that thing and you are back to square one again. So that does not help again. Now, some of the things that actually work is creating conscious friction and distance. Now, what do I mean by that? So I don't know if you have done it yourself, but definitely try it and see. When you create physical distance, let's say between yourself and your phone, you will see that slowly you are getting into the habit of not looking at your phone for a long period of time. So let's say, for example, you have to sit and complete a presentation, or you have to sit and complete something on your system. What you do, you keep your phone maybe in another room, and there is absolutely no contact on that phone. And even if a call comes, or maybe what you can do, you can simply put it in silent mode. Until unless your work is done, you will not go and check your phone. It's as simple as that. Keeping a physical distance. Why? Because you have to get up, you have to walk, and then get your phone. That itself creates a pattern, creates like a friction that, okay, let it be, I will watch it later. So when you start doing it, start small, take baby steps and see where it leads to. Another example is, let's say you want to wake up in the morning, and at a particular time you set the alarm, but the problem is, if you set the alarm on your mobile, when you snooze it, either you snooze it, you go back to sleep, right? Or let's say you wake up, what happens is automatically you just scroll your notifications and you just get hooked onto it unnecessarily. I mean, the most productive and the most efficient time of the day you are wasting on the screen, right? So the very simple solution to this is, again, keep your phone in the next room, outside your bedroom, and use a traditional alarm clock which will help you not just wake up on time and not hit the snooze button, but also help you absolutely cut away from scrolling right when you wake up. So by the time you freshen up and do this, do that, get into your workout clothes, etc., by that time you get consciously in a mode of productive habits rather than reaching out for your phone. But yes, once again, you have to start imbibing this, start practicing it. So it leads to my next point, which is you need to fix the trigger and not just the behavior, not just the symptom. So what do I mean by that? See, let's say you have a habit of scrolling through Instagram, right? And one day you decide, I'm going to just delete my Instagram. Fine, you deleted that. But you again continue the same pattern in YouTube or Facebook or somewhere else, or news as well. So what you are doing is you are just taking that same thing and putting it in different places. So it is not actually gone. It is not actually fixed. So what is happening over here? You need to first identify the trigger. Sometimes what happens, the triggers are like, let's say you are doing a task and then automatically your hand goes on to take your mobile and you start scrolling. Why is it? Maybe the task at hand, subconsciously it feels like it's very hard, very difficult, or subconsciously it feels like it's very boring. Let me take a break, sort of. Now, if that happens, if when you catch yourself doing that, all you need to do is, instead of going for your phone, you can have some other break. Maybe just get up, walk for a few minutes, okay? Maybe play on some music, dance, do whatever it feels like, okay? Just randomly stretch your body. Whatever it is, just ensure when you identify this trigger, what is causing it to you, your phone should not be around you. You can do any other thing to cover that gap, but not going and touching your phone. And you need to understand that's the real distraction. When the trigger arises, that is when you are already distracted. The phone itself is not the problem. It's like, you having a vegetable knife. Now, if I give you the vegetable knife, what you will do? You will cut vegetables. But if I give the knife to somebody who is very adept to cutting humans, then that person is definitely going to cut humans. So it's not the fault of the knife. The knife is just a knife. How you use it depends on you. And finally, what you need to do is you need to structure out your work sessions, work timings, work phases, whatever it is, and not just the restriction part of it, not just keeping my phone away will do the trick. No. So what happens, let's say you are sitting for work and you have already kept your phone away, but you are all over the place because right now you have not taken up a particular measurable task that you are going to complete where you feel this is done. So let's say I want to complete this presentation within next 1 hour, not something like, okay, let me go through my to-do list, let me do here and there and then I will see what to do, etc. No, nothing. Be specific. Take one chunk of the work, just get one thing done and then move on to the next thing, then next thing. Like this, what is going to happen? You are actually getting things done without any distraction. But when you do not have this structuring, the measurable process as to what exactly are you getting it done? It's not that so many things are written in my to-do list and I'm going to do this. You are taking everything at once and nothing is happening. So you need to define to yourself what exactly you need to get it done. All this is happening when you are keeping your phone aside and you are focusing on that one particular thing within a time frame. You are getting it done. So what is happening? Somewhere you have fixed in your brain that for the next 1 hour I am not going to check the mobile because my presentation is going to get completed by the next 1 hour. It's as simple as that. So once you be very specific, very clear as to this, the kind of instructions that you are giving to your brain and your body, that is how your brain and body going to execute stuffs, right? Getting things done finally. So remember these things. And one most important thing I would like to add over here is people try to do everything at once. So let's say you are very much addicted to screen time. Like throughout the day, there is no limit. I mean, just when you can, you watch your screen time more than you drink your water, sort of. So what you can do is take step-by-step action. Instead of just cutting it off at one go, if you're not able to do so, if you can cut it in one go, fantastic. But let's say if you're not able to do it, what you can do, let's say you have the habit of screen time early in the morning and before even going to bed, you are scrolling and then you switch off the light. Even after you have switched off the light, you're still scrolling. So what you can do, just to begin with, in the morning, your phone is away in the other room, right? You get up after you wake up in the morning, for the 1 full hour, you are not going to touch your mobile. That is something you can do. At the same time, let's say at night, before going to bed, ideally make it 1 hour, but let's say you don't have that much time. So start with at least 30 minutes. 30 minutes before you go to bed, ensure your phone is not with you. There is no any kind of screen time that you are having. You can either read a book, listen to music, do whatever it is, but there is no screen time. So what is going to happen? This will also help you get deep quality sleep and also wake up fresh early in the morning. So in between the day, however you use the phone, no problem. But what is happening? Step 1, you are sorting out your morning and night time. Okay. Step 2. Now, during the day, instead of grabbing your phone randomly to check everything, every notification, everything, what you do, you set a particular time, maybe once or twice a day, maybe before lunch, okay, or maybe after lunch when you are taking a stroll or something like that, you check your phone for 15 minutes. Maybe in the evening, you check your phone for 15 minutes. Something like this, you decide which is the time you will only dedicate to watching the notifications, social media, responding to emails, whatever it is. But what you are doing, just like any other task, you are allocating a particular time to your mobile phone, screen time. So, but if you have to take any call, if you have to make a call, etc., of course, you are going to use that. But I am saying specifically for the screen time. If you really want to change this habit, you will do this, because these are very simple, effective, powerful, and proven steps that I have helped a lot of people do that. I have done it myself, and I'm sure once you start doing it, it is very much achievable for you as well. And if you know somebody who is actually going through this phase, the person really wants to cut off screen time, really want to cut off this kind of habit, please share this video with them and help them out. And if you have still not read my book, which is 7 Steps from Shame to Being Back in the Game, it's there on Amazon. Go and grab your copy. It's a highly implementation book, and there are exercises and things in it. You can actually do it. So implement this step by step. Ensure that you are focusing on the root cause, not just the symptoms. And let me know how that goes. See you soon in the next video. Namaskaram.